Hello, my lovely Virgos. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to your weekly reading. I'm finally feeling better, so I'm back. I hope you guys are okay. This will be for the week of the 1st to the 7th of July, so I'm just going to dive into it and see what's going on for you guys. I'm just going to give you a heads up that something is really weirdly happening with my video quality, so if it just starts bugging out, bear with me, but let's see what's going on for you guys. You have the fates again. I feel like this has been coming up a lot for you, Virgo, feeling like the fates are just doing its thing, right? The universe is working in a very fated way to potentially bring things into your life. I always say that these stars are kind of like wish fulfillments, and she's feeling happy and protected, and she's kind of bathing in it. So for a lot of you guys, there is this like spiritual support around you. You also have a leg up as well, which is about depending on something other than yourself to guide you moving forward, allowing yourself to depend on others, to be vulnerable, to open up to that partner and allow them to take the lead when you don't know where to go. I did try to start your reading and then it cut out the image, so I didn't manage to get into it. Literally the first 10 seconds it cut out. So if I remember correctly, the cards were chop wood and also the fork in the road. So both of those can really be either about some sort of grounding work that you are doing. It can also be about your career. Oh, here it goes. Here goes the video quality. Like, why is it when I'm saying that particular message that this is happening? Well, anyway, I'm aware that you guys can hear me. Thank you. The camera is back on now. So it's when I'm saying this message. So I don't know what's going on and whose spirit is disturbing my work here. But what I was saying is it can also be about your career. Okay. But I'll say it very generally and you'll apply it if it applies in your life in whatever area. What it feels like to me is that you are kind of doing some sort of routine, but it does feel like there's this kind of, not a blockage, but not a dead end either. It's almost like a change of path. The chopwood card is about, don't give up on what you're doing. It's a really good time to work on a routine, but I feel like for some of you, there is a question about either, is your routine taking you somewhere? Is it even doing anything for you? If not, maybe you do need to change it around. But for others of you, it may mean that you need to change course. And I don't know what that means just yet. Maybe it's just about the fact that it's just explaining that maybe some of you don't really know what the next step is. And that's something that makes you feel like you're at the crossroads. But the chopwood is saying, well, don't give up on what you're doing though. Like that will work itself out. And maybe in fact, a door that you're opening by doing certain habits and routines is actually going to give you a different option. And that's why you can't make a decision now, is because that idea is not yet in your mind. It's not known yet. I'm seeing a hidden option. Okay, but let's dive into it anyway. So that's what I'm getting for you guys this week as well. And just like the leg up card, I always say that sometimes this can be another person you're being called to rely on. But because we have the fates, I really do feel like the universe, Mother Earth, whatever, is this mother polar bear, and you are the baby polar bear, and you don't know where to go moving forward. So sorry about the video, Virgo. This is kind of bugging me now. It's happening too often, but I will carry on speaking. So as a baby polar bear, you're not very as experienced as your future self or as the universe is. You don't know all of the roads ahead. So this is kind of similar to what we were just saying. So that's quite beautiful, actually. You're kind of being told you don't need to know where to go just yet. It's not up to you. So give a little surrender to where the universe is taking you, because it's not your fault that you don't know. You don't need to have a clear answer on where you're going. They're going to show you. Like, just get up on the back, which basically means get off your feet. Stop trying to make things, stop trying to figure it out. Allow yourself to rely on the universe and allow yourself to be vulnerable and allow them to take you someplace. When things are outside of your control, Virgo, especially Virgos, I'm a Virgo, we can be a little bit control freaks at times because things have to be perfect, or I have to know everything so I'm prepared for it or whatever. It feels like this might bring in some anxieties. I'm almost feeling like I'm that polar bear and I'm being led somewhere and it's like, oh no, I really hope they don't take me down there. But it's like the anticipation of something could be kind of like a problem for you, or something that you get worried about. but Spirit is saying everything is okay. Let's see what else. For Virgos this week, please, Spirit. Initial G is important. Indecision. This is like a crossroads again. Guys, this is like, it came up in another deck anyway. So it's like, hello, both of these decisions are all leading to the unknown anyway. Right. Like I said, the decision is not yours to make. It may seem like it. And I think for a Virgo, you're definitely kicking yourself up thinking, like, I wish I knew where to go. Like, why don't I know where to go yet? I always refer to this as like pressing on the accelerator when the handbrake is up. And in this case, the handbrake is not up. What's the word for it? I think the universe is going to guide you. Maybe you don't need to even make this decision yet. It will show itself to you. I'm a very big believer in that. Or maybe you're feeling guided to go someplace. It doesn't even need to make logical sense. Like, I just feel like you need to trust in the fates. Okay, I think you need to trust in the fates here. You do also have financial constraints. So some of you could really be worried about your financial situation. All right, feeling maybe that you're worried about your future finances. Or again, maybe you reached a dead end, or not dead end, a crossroads when it comes down to your finances. But again, the answer is not yet known to you. Maybe how to make a certain amount of money. So you're like, which job should I take? But Spirit is like, surrender. There is something even better that you've not even thought about yet. It's not on a list of options that you put down yet. Let me show you something, and I feel like all of a sudden an option is going to be made known to you. This is super interesting. Like a path that's completely like an unseen path. That's not the first time I've told you about an unseen path. I feel like I said before about the bush is clear and you realize that there is a path here that is less trodden down. What's the phrase for that? They're trying to tell me. Right, let's see. This does feel career-wise. So what I was saying earlier does feel correct because of the financial constraints. But let's see. For my lovely Virgos this week, insecurity and soulmate. It seems like something that you guys are also dealing with this week is insecurities when it comes down to potentially your love life. Soulmate, of course, kind of represents that there is some significance around other people this week. If you're in a love relationship, again, maybe insecurities are blocking your love life at the moment, whether you're single or in a relationship or whatever. There is a little bit of a fear of opening your heart up, just in case someone could be, the devil. I think you've dealt with maybe some very toxic lovers in your time, or maybe even friends even as well. Like, it's just about people who you give your heart to have potentially taken advantage of it, used you, or were just a bad influence in your life, and you're afraid of opening up because of this insecurity. An insecurity. I don't know why they're making me think about it. This is going to be a long reading, Virgo. I think what I was questioning is like, okay, well, why would opening your heart up be something that you're insecure about? And it kind of feels like, and they're showing me so many things now, but it's like maybe you let people into your life and you really care deeply about them, but once you let them into your heart, then they start mistreating you, or they make you second guess yourself, or it's something about your heart. Maybe they make you feel like you're not a good person, or it's making you insecure, not just fearful of being heartbroken, but it made you insecure. Okay, for Virgos, please, Spirit. I'm sure that will come up in the reading, but they wanted me to pick up on that, and then they were also showing me a phrase. I have to try and go back to it. My head's like working overtime at the moment, but it's like they were trying to there's like a phrase, and I never know the right quotes like word for word, but it's something, someone put it in the comments, it's something along the lines of like, someone who you put your love into, you're also giving them the power to hurt you, but it's just that you trust that they're not going to do that. That's like, I don't know why. I know someone knows the quote, so let me know what it is. I can't check in real time, but I think that's what's blocking you from opening your heart to a soulmate, is because what if they are the devil? You know, what if they are evil, or what if they want to hurt me, or what if they're a bad person? Like, there's some insecurity about that. But then why is it an insecurity? That's the question. But anyway, I will figure that one out. I wish I could pause this and think about it. But anyway, we have starfish spirit. Be open to infinite possibility. That's what I'm saying. Your current options on what you need to do moving forward, where you need to go, is limited. They are saying to trust in the unknown. And my camera is going off again, so bear with it as it's coming back on. I don't know what it's doing that, and there's nothing I can do at the moment to fix it, so especially whilst recording, so I'll just let it do its thing. But you're being called again, like I said, something that is completely not even on the list is going to become on the list soon, but spirit needs to show you the way first. All right, they need to show you something in order for it to be known to you, because you cannot make a decision based on the unknown. Okay, life is a mystery. They're saying to trust in that, though. Trust in the mystery. Trust in the unknown. You are being called to absolutely new things you've never done before, which actually feels exciting for you, Virgo. I do like it. I love what they're saying is a mystery, but it's hard to see because you're worried about finances. You're worried about the unknown. And maybe, again, the insecurity that comes with vulnerability here. But I think it's about needing to trust in the mystery and to the fact that there is a limitless amount of amazing things out there in the world, things that you're able to achieve in your lifetime. So let's allow the universe to show you. Okay, this is the Whispers of Love deck. Okay, ask for help. This is like the leg up card. You're being called to make sure that you're asking for help. You don't need to know the path. And again, sorry for the camera stuff, Virgo. Please don't hate me for it. I have this. Why is it in your reading that is happened like 4 times already? Ask for help, even if it's not people around you, or absolutely make sure you're asking for others, because maybe you don't know, and it's great to ask people who have experience. But asking for help can also be, again, the universe, or even your own future self, the part of yourself who's been there, done that, has gained success, has gained where what you want. So what do you really need? Be willing to accept support. Like I said before, the cards are just confirming each other here. You also have honesty is essential. Speak with love and truth. Interesting that we have a masked person here. Speak with love and truth. That reminds me of a card in this deck, which I'm going to use now, that says, oh God. Okay, right. Hold on a minute. Let me pick these all up. It says something along the lines of like, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So that could be important for you guys. You have discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Discipline might be needed. Like I said earlier with the chop wood card that came up before this reading, keep going with something, or build a good routine, or stay disciplined. Keep showing up for yourself. Some sort of answer is going to come through. Consistency. Discipline and surrender, which is so interesting. All right. Very similar to what I said before. Surrender says, I can release my need to control. Enough said, Virgo. Enough said. Right. Last oracle deck, then we'll go into the tarot. If it doesn't keep messing up on my screen. Wow, that's happened like 4 times in 13 minutes. That's terrible. I really do apologize, guys. I'm not going to get rid of a good reading just because of that. So I hope you guys can see beyond it too. For my lovely Virgos, please, Spirit, we have healing. All right, you guys are healing something here. Okay, we have a lot. Retreat. You're being called to retreat, go within, take some time out. Guardian angel. All right, you do have spirit guides who are supporting you at this time. You might feel alone or you feel unsupported, but they absolutely are there. Meditation coming through, so that can absolutely help you out, especially to gain clarity, or again to calm anxiety, stuff like that. I have a great app. I don't know if you saw it last week, but I'll put it down in the description if you want a 7-day free trial to a really amazing meditation, affirmation, hypnosis app. Okay, it's there. Forgiveness and abundance. The cars are beeping outside when I said that, so that's important clearly, and I know that that's where you're going. So this financial constraint worry is not a problem because you're going to find something that is exactly what you want. By the way, write down okay, so I'm just going to break down something here. When you meditate, write down a list of things that you want. If it's a money thing, then write down like what it is that you want to be earning a month or a year or whatever, or the kind of job that you want and how it makes you feel. How does that much amount of money make you feel? How does that path make you feel? How does that reward make you feel? Whatever it is. And start to embody that in a meditation. I feel like visualization is really important for you at the moment. What's interesting is truth and integrity. I'm covering up because it's nudity. I hope you can see the writing there is there, and it's reminding me of the honesty is essential. Make sure you guys are allowing yourself to be open and vulnerable and honest. But let's dive into your tarot, my angels. Let's see how this develops. Okay, let's get 3 cards for your energy for the week. For Virgos, please. 1st to the 7th. One more. I'm shaking my head because this 5 of Pentacles came out, which is that financial constraints as well. It's like feeling a little bit left out in the cold, maybe by the universe. Okay, feeling like your prayers are not being answered or no one's supporting you. By the way, the 5 of Pentacles is very similar to the ask for help card, whether it be the universe and spirit guides, whether it be, actually support from people around you. The 5 of Pentacles the church has a light on in the background, but these people are not opening the door, going in and asking for help. They're just lingering outside. So if you want help, ask for it. Don't just linger, okay? Go and ask for it, okay? The Emperor as well is interesting because it is about taking your power back. And in this case, you usually think that taking your power back is by you initiating things, which asking for help is a powerful move, okay? It's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. You were able to let go of the need to control things on your own, and you're able to ask for help. So make sure that you are. Emperor, 3 of Wands also came up as well. So you could definitely be waiting for something to come up. I'm gonna clarify what that is. Guys, I built a bad habit. Like every time I want to say search, I think of Google has become a verb for me. I'm going to Google it. I was going to pick up the cards to say I'm going to clarify or search what this is. And I was going to say I'm going to Google it. Guys, that's terrible. 3 of Wands. One more. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, here it goes. Okay, the 3 of Wands is the 9 of Wands in the Star card, which is interesting because this is clearly about you manifesting or waiting for some sort of wish fulfillment. The 9 of Wands feels like quite a protective energy. Or I'm sensing, this is showing me that you're a bit of a wounded warrior at the moment. Again, maybe it's some sort of financial loss, or maybe this loss of something, feeling left out in the cold, or whatever it is to you. But there's this warrior aspect about you where you're very protective over a dream or over some sort of success. 3 of Wands is clarified by the Page of Wands and the 9 of Swords. I do see that there might be an opportunity that comes your way, but I feel like there is some fear around it, or there's something that you're worried about that's stopping you from being optimistic or positive about what you're trying to call in. That's what it feels like. One more for the 3 of Wands. King of Pentacles definitely could be about an abundance, and the 6 of Wands. It feels like career success, financial success, and security, feeling stable. I think maybe you guys have not felt very stable lately. This is what you're waiting for, is success, is recognition, is being seen. Having loyal companions or people who are loyal to you or your work. But there's some worry around this. I'm feeling like you're going to push for it though. I like the attitude that you have when it comes down to your goals. Like it's almost fierce. It's quite fierce. This lady is like, well, maybe you've dealt with a bit of rejection or things not working out, or you've had to stay consistent and there is this last push. And I do see you achieving a dream, by the way. But let's see how this unfolds, because it's not so much coming up just yet, but it absolutely is something that you know you're capable of having. But it feels like maybe this need to surrender is your last push, and the universe shows you another way around getting the success, and it's not what you thought. Or maybe it's, I mean, it definitely is bigger than you thought, but the path to get there is different. Let's clarify the Emperor. Oh, Justice came up reversed, which is interesting in this deck. Look at this. That is the shadow side. That feels like injustice. Why is the Emperor here? The Moon. So there's a few ways I would say this. The Emperor could be like a difficult boss you guys could be dealing with, or if it's outside of yourself, maybe someone who is manipulative or it's trying to control you in some way, manipulate with that Justice in reverse. And the Moon. The Moon can sometimes be like the unknown or hidden truth or hidden information. Sometimes a secret. So just be aware of that. But for the majority of you, when this comes down to yourself, like we said before, this could be that control issue. And that's coming from your shadow side and from like a subconscious side of yourself. So I would say again to step away from the Emperor role of having to need to be like in control of everything. I'm going to clarify what's the, I think the unknown is literally about the unknown. The Nine of Pentacles, that's financial freedom. That is finding peace in a situation here and being able to harvest what you've built for yourself. Why is there so much shadow side? Why is the Justice in reversed? The Strength card. Gaining strength over the injustices in your life. The Moon. Judgment and the Devil here. Look at that. So now they're showing me that insecurity card with that Devil on it too. I think a truth is coming out here. I actually think you're celebrating a truth here. It could just be something that you come to terms with yourself and you're like, finally, I'm able to let go of this devil that's tricked me into believing I'm not, making you insecure about yourself. Like maybe you're finally able to let go of something that someone, has conditioned you to believe. This could be a parent. The Emperor could be like a father figure, but it could be any person that's kind of controlled you, manipulated, or gaslit you in some way. Or even yourself. It's coming from a shadow, especially with the Devil here. Definitely some injustice. But the Nine of Pentacles and the Strength card feels like your energy of you gaining strength from these situations. And I think you're in a better position. And this is why it's coming up as some sort of like surrendering. And by the way, the Judgment is also about truth. So I feel like there definitely is some sort of celebration around a truth, a sort. Maybe it's communication here, but again, I feel like you're blocking this out. This is so interesting. And then you have the Nine of Cups, which is your wish fulfillment. Nines are really important when it comes down to you. Don't know why. I think it's actually a number of rewards, but correct me if that's wrong. The Five of Pentacles, the World, amazing, and the Six of Pentacles. Look at that. Oh my God. I love this, by the way. As soon as you ask for help, ye shall receive, Virgo. The Six of Pentacles is an exchange. Some of you could end up like having some sort of exchange with somebody, like you help each other out, like I scratch your back, you scratch mine. It feels like you go in and you're being given something. Some of you it could be, again, you receive finances, but for a lot of you, it feels like this new beginning is this new idea. And again, if it's the universe you're asking for help with, it absolutely feels like you're receiving. Now you're open for help and now they're able to give to you. It's like that beautiful affinity sign. Because before, the door was closed. There is no infinity sign there. You are not open to it. Same with the thing as well. It's like a cycle. Anyways, let's carry on, my lovely Virgos. So sorry. Let's look, what are the challenges a Virgo might face this week? The Lovers, to do with a choice or a relationship. Let's carry on. 8 of Cups. The Virgos. And the 4 of Swords. I'm going to quickly clarify the Lovers. I'm going to clarify a few cards here before we go into it. Let's put some of the decks back, because this is my clarifying deck, so I like to make sure I have all the cards in there first. So the Lovers, please, is a challenge for Virgos. 8 of Wands reversed. That feels like a little bit of a blockage in a relationship, or maybe in your choices. The 8 of Wands, for some of you, again, you need to have a clear idea on what you want, not how you're going to get it. And if it's not what you want, then how do you want to feel? What does your future look like? Some of you, it's about getting clearer on a goal. That's what it is. And making a choice. I feel like this is about a direct... I always see with the 8 of Wands, the amazing thing about this card is usually that it's a very focused energy. It's focused on going in one direction. Because the Lovers is about a choice, maybe you are a little bit stuck at that indecision, which makes sense. For some of you, the challenge is the energy is a bit scattered at the moment, which could be because you don't really know what it is. So let's see what the advice is for that, specifically for that card. Maybe there's a bit of miscommunication between you and somebody else as well, or there's just miscommunication here. The Knight of Wands coming through is interesting as advice, because the Knight of Wands is about adventure, seeking knowledge, seeking information. It's traveling, it's expanding your knowledge. For some of you, maybe the decision is about traveling, or again, maybe it's when you make some sort of movement that things actually start to make sense for you. Or infinite possibility. Maybe you don't need to know what exactly you want. Again, like I said before, maybe you don't need to know what the job is, but you do know that you want to make a certain amount of money, because that will give you the freedom to also do something, like whatever it is. Like, leave some things unanswered. They will answer themselves. Answer what you know. Right. All right. Another challenge card is the 8 of Cups, which is so interesting because now the Justice card comes up in the upright for this. Creating fairness out of unfairness is literally by detaching from it if it does not serve you anymore. For some of you, it's about not playing any mind games with anybody and no longer giving your power to anything that is trying to get a reaction out of you. So for some of you, again, if there's communication from somebody, or if you are finally releasing the emotions that somebody, left you with, the 8 of Cups is you kind of moving on from that and leaving it behind if it does not serve you. Okay, letting go of anything that doesn't bring you good feelings, letting go of anything that doesn't help you in some way, that doesn't give back to you. I think this is, again, you creating balance in your life and making sure that things are reciprocated and just. There is justice here, but you're creating justice, by the way, by moving away from it. The Star, the Page of Wands, and the 9 of Swords comes up again, which is interesting to come up with the 8 of Cups here. Because this is what we had with that 3 of Wands, of you waiting for something. For some of you, if something's been breadcrumbing you, or you've been breadcrumbing yourself, feeling like, okay, if I just wait here, something's going to happen. I kind of feel like some action was needed on your side, and it feels like it's about letting something go. Even if it's just like letting go of certain emotions. You cannot manifest a new environment if you're attached to the old one. You cannot manifest new emotions or a new way of being if you're still attached to the old way of being. Like, it's almost like that's what you're letting go of. Now, instead of waiting, you're creating space. And the 4 of Swords is here as your challenge. So healing, making sure that you're prioritizing your health, taking a break where necessary, Virgo, focusing on your well-being. It's something flip. No. 2 of Wands. This will help you find some clarity. This could be similar to that meditation card, to be honest. It's like spending some time to rest and to heal, to forgive maybe. Most importantly, I feel like you're actually making some plans, travel plans, or just really thinking about expanding in your future, which is great. Let's get some cards for some advice, Virgo. So you already have the Knight of Wands, which is again about travel. It's about adventure. It's about like being adventurous and unleashing that adventurous side of yourself. Ten of Cups as advice is also focusing on this. I want to say silver lining, but it's like focusing on your emotional well-being, not just yours, but with others. So really good for community, building a good community, celebrating with others. The fact that, you know, hardships are over. Your advice is to focus on the feelings as if you've already attained this. Wheel of Fortune. This is the fates. As advice, you're being called to trust in where the wheel is turning. You're going to be pleasantly surprised. It's a card of fortune. It's a card of luck. It's a card of the unknown, absolutely, but it feels really good. All right, overall outcome for this week for the Virgos. The Devil again. Justice again. And the Page of Pentacles, which I always say is, you have the Queen of Pentacles here as well. So it does feel like you're going to progress into this lovely Virgo energy, which is your energy anyway, of being in a luxurious, stable position. When it comes down to work, it's amazing. When it comes down to finances, it's amazing. When it comes down to your stability and your foundation and your core being unshakable, it's great. And you're on a throne. Who doesn't love that? That's a good energy to walk into, but you're in the beginning stages of figuring out a way there. Page of Pentacles is an outcome for the week again, is about taking the first step into something. So whether that's you planning, whether that's you leaving behind old feelings, old emotions, so that you can step into alignment to justice and getting finally what you deserve. Justice represents truth and balance. I'm going to clarify it for you, but it's interesting how the Justice and a Devil card come up together, because I do feel like you're releasing attachments of any kind or any insecurities or fears. And that is your justice too, breaking away from the chains. So let's see the Devil, please. Seven of Wands, look at that. You are not letting that get to you, okay? You're becoming unreachable to any of this toxic energy or any of your fears. The Seven of Wands is about you protecting yourself. This is about, despite the odds, you will be successful. All right. Fighting against what is coming towards you in this Devil energy, whether it's temptation, because the Devil does represent that. I think this is you avoiding temptation. The Ten of Pentacles. I feel like this is what you're protecting your peace, but you're also protecting your legacy. Maybe this temptation is like old addictions or old habits that are coming in that are trying to pull you back from actually working towards this amazing legacy. Ten of Pentacles, financial success, career success, is abundance, which we already had in your reading. You're focusing on an abundance, and of course that's when our old habits try to drag us down. The Devil, more for them. King of Pentacles. So this is like the Queen of Pentacles. This feels like you're going to be in a very stable position. I love that. This is your dream and your goal. Like we said with the Three of Wands, this felt like what you were waiting to achieve. So being in a very strong, stable energy, yeah, absolutely going to be there. So the Devil energy is just saying that there's some temptation this week. There is some shadows side of yourself or of others that are going to be surfacing here that they're asking you to protect yourself from. What about the Justice card? Temperance, so bringing harmony and forgiveness. And the Ten of Wands, so that you can release something that has been heavy on your shoulders. Okay, baggage, for example. Some of you need to let go of the baggage. That's what it is. Like I said before, in order to manifest a new way of being or a new life, you have to step into the new life or create space for it. Instead of holding that space for things that just don't serve you anymore. That's where your justice comes in. That's where your balance comes in. That's where karma comes in. Queen of Wands. That's where the confident you comes through. Temperance as well is also about bringing harmony and being patient with something here. We're balancing two opposing energies, just like the other Justice card. I think it's a little bit of empathy here, which might suck when it comes down to empathizing with someone who maybe wasn't the greatest to you. It's not so much about that. I think it is coming from a very like emotionally balanced point of view, not allowing your feelings to get the best of you when it comes down to finding a balance or forgiveness or harmony in this situation. I think it's just about you calling your power back, gaining your confidence back, by being balanced, because maybe in the past it's got the best of your emotions and it caused you to react. The Page of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Wands again, and the Four of Cups. Page of Pentacles, as I said before, is like learning something new. It is a card about stepping into the unknown. Like I see it as that anyways, like being an apprentice of life. Four of Pentacles, don't hold yourself back. Okay, be careful of what you're rejecting here. This is like the desire to want more and to change or to have something new in your life, but not really accepting or not being really truly open to it. So for a lot of you, you're being asked to step into the unknown, flirt with life, trust in the fates here. The Wheel of Fortune coming out again, especially with the Knight of Wands, is like really trust that really amazing things can happen for you. I am sensing almost like a blessing is going to come your way if you're open for it, because otherwise, you know, it might not be as it seems at first, and you're like, I don't want that, but then it ends up being something amazing. So they're kind of calling you to tap back into yourself, to tap back into a playful side of yourself as well, because I think that might be what leads you towards something incredible. Like instead of focusing so much on trying to figure out this answer, maybe you get invited to like a social event and oh my God, someone gives you the best idea ever, and that's what leads towards this opening of a new path. You understand? It's like have fun, and something is going to unfold from that. Like going on an adventure, maybe it's through travel or some kind, or maybe a passion for something is what takes you there, and it starts off unserious but then turns into something amazing. Okay, anyway, I'm about to choke. I've been struggling that with for a while, so I'm gonna love you and leave you. I hope this has helped. Please let me know in the comments if it resonated with you, and if it did, how. Let me know, because I like to read the comments. But I love you guys, wish you all the best, and I hope to see you guys next time. All right.